Good afternoon on what is a mild, blustery and bright day. It is Wednesday, January the 4th. I'm in the reading nook with a nice hot cup of tea. I have got the cat who is not ours on my lap, and I've got parcels to continue unboxing. So I'm going to delve into this one again. What I'm going to pull out, let's have a look. Now, I've already had a look at Here Be Monsters. And the next one below that is Brave Zenith. Adventure after all. The world ended a long time ago and no one gave a damn. You're an adventurer, ambitious, indebted, brave. Explore the ruined world of past, present, meet colourful and deadly creatures. See the sights of the second city. Partake in delicious monkey oil. The archipelago is your oyster. And this is a bit different. It is a role-playing game that is has come out of Latin America, and there isn't there's a bit of there's a couple of sort of like problems when it comes to Latin American role-playing content. First, of course, is it's quite far away and it's difficult, with the shipping and so on. The other problem is the language barrier. Of course, Spanish for much of South America and Portuguese for Brazil. And Brazil is actually quite a big, it's comparatively, it's probably the country with the most well-known role-playing scene. And is basically there's constant content coming out of Brazil very slowly. But Soul Muppet Publishing last year did a Kickstarter focusing upon these Latin American role-playing games and focusing on their designers and so on, giving them a bit of a showcase and allowing the wider English-speaking audience to see this role-playing content. Now, some of it I've already reviewed, some of the titles I've already reviewed, some of it are new. This is one that's new. And this is kind of a cartoon, sort of a slightly gonzo, post-apocalyptic fantasy setting. So it's very bright and kind of cheery in its colour palette. It shows you what's going on, what your journey starts here. This book you hold in your hypothetical hands is a role-playing game. Explains what a role-playing game is, the nature of the world. We've got an illustration, and that's quite small, but you focus in, you can see a bit of detail. And that's drawn by, let's just find the artist, cartography by Alex Damasceno, and I hope I pronounced that correctly, who is probably best known for the Borderlands fanzines. He's done 2 of the 3 so far, which recreate the Keep on the Borderlands in a very kind of blocky isometric form. So here we've got the nature of the game and how to play it. And before we get into character creation and adventures, and what the use of colour here is quite nice, is you've got, so here we get to the purple section. This is all about character creation. In the red section, you've got the front there. It's sort of like the bit of the introduction of the background. It's not very long, but it does mean things are kind of, where things are going to be, and easy to find. So, deciding upon attributes and your origins, different species, humans, cat folk, and you can see this just like kind of sort of like cartoon artwork, weird jellies, jelly people. Then you go on to vocations like freelancer, mixologist, magic user, dancer, so freelancer, mixologist. And essentially that's actually it's not necessarily yes, I'm pretty much sure the mixologist could make you a good cocktail, but it's making potions and explosives and the like. The thief, magic user, including, presumably, mystical cactus, hunter, dancer, and then qualities, backgrounds, sort of building up, adding detail to your character. And then go shopping. So whether we buy a leather jacket, or a shield, or a sea urchin ceramic plate, two-handed sword, plank, blue coral dagger, will basically arm and equip your character. Custom staff, pinball gun. It's basically nice. Oh, that's a really nice touch on this. Is basically you've got kind of like the wind-up pull of the pinball machine built into the weapon as kind of like a charging device. And then you get to the finish line, and your character is created. Is done with the creation process, and then playing the game, rules in you, how they work, tests and dice. Essentially, two six-sided dice, attribute plus skill versus a challenge rating. So yeah, nice, bright, bold example on the other page. And then handling all the elements of the character, and then the different skills, and you've got rules on here for stamina, menaces, suffering stress, and wounds. Then we get into combat, spell casting. More of this fun artwork. Impairments and healing. Cooking. And growth. And the recipes include capybara stroganoff, spicy boar sandwich, moon chocolate, brigadeiro, second city coffees, Zenith specials. There's a special path that you can take, so that might include demonhood, immortality, metapsychosis, becoming an island. Before we have this section for the referee's eyes only. Running the game, preparing a session. And then we've got an example, and that's nicely done. We've got an example of session prep there. I think that's really nice touch, essentially, because not every role-playing game includes examples of play. They're examples of rules, but not examples of play or preparation like this. And I absolutely think more role-playing games should. Rules for quick NPCs, quick locations, all good support for the game master. Even quick adventures, quick islands, because if you go back to the world map here, you'd have quite a lot of sea there to explore and lots of islands. So you've got all that, and quick elements for the game master to create locations, so on. How to travel around the archipelago, get involved in or avoid mist weather and its effects, bestiary, and the question is, what's that thing? How to describe it, and then we have mermaids, observer, boars, guaras, capybaras, rubber dragon, and so on. A butter construct, porcini goblins, cinnamon skeletons, and then you've got all of those monsters together, sort of like a bit of a portrait there, and then an adventure at the back. Xandor's Manse. Some of the threats involved, and then a full map of the manse. description of the location and content. So, and then character sheet at the back. So, that's Brave Zenith. They kind of slightly tongue-in-cheek but cartoonish post-apocalyptic fantasy role-playing game that's come out of Latin America, available from Soul Muppet Publishing. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, please do click on the like button down below, and of course if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to get more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a package containing a book or game, which I'll unbox and touch about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice hot cup of tea and a cat who is not ours, then please do hit that subscribe button down below. In the meantime, thanks again for watching. Be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.